Hello, it's time for more golf. You missed some tomfoolery while I had to fix the capture. And me going, Camelot, in Waluigi's voice. That's about it. Anyway, let's me hit the B button. There we go. Here we go. These normies are charity cases from New Donk City, but New Donk City doesn't exist yet. Okay, so last time we went to the Palms Club and I obliterated Sherry. Hopefully that's still saved. Let me just make sure. I do have a save state if everything has gone south. Where is she? Yeah, okay. I have already obliterated her in this timeline. Excellent. I hope you're all doing well today. I suppose I should get to it and do the tournament here. Maybe let's warm up. If we can't get some experience from doing the challenges in this area, if we find the pros wearing sunglasses, are you a pro? Here's what I'm wondering. Do you think you can carry 7 of 10 tee shots to the best spot? Sure. No preamble, we're just getting right into it. My shot has quite a fade on it now. Or is it a draw? I always get them mixed up. DK hasn't returned to the city yet in this timeline. He hasn't made amends with Pauline yet. Hang on, let me pull back a little because I do roll quite far. And I can see the fast fairway bits on this course. The dark green, so your ball will roll more on those spots. I hope everybody had a nice weekend, hopefully a long weekend, job permitting. Working in a location as busy as mine is a miserable experience. Gosh darn it. Oh, I'm in! But we do get weekends and holidays off, which is a nice change of pace. I did not do a whole lot this weekend, just due to back problems, and also I'm so burnt out. So I just kind of play video games. This close to buying a new Joy-Con again for Splatoon 3. Because yet again, I tried playing some Splat 2 the other day, and boy oh boy, my Joy-Con is fussy, let's say. Usually my right stick will spin out of control, so the camera will rotate wildly, but I also had it where I could not turn the camera with the right stick for a bit. Sometimes my right Joy-Con just doesn't function, like how sometimes I can't press the shoulder button, or I can't press the A button. Oh, hey, Joe, since you're here, and Dora, do you want to link that video again? I know Joe would appreciate it, and I think Dak would too, although I don't believe Dak is here at the moment. You're taking a vacation this week. Nice. Are you going anywhere or just chilling at home? Thank you, Endora. I did not play it during my stream preamble, because otherwise the rest of you would have had to hear it. But I watched it on my phone. Ooh, what are you gonna make? And people are doing such chill activities while I'm streaming, like making food, drawing, doing a puzzle. Maybe it sounds odd to say, but I'm very honored to be that kind of background noise. Because I know I like putting on streams and whatnot when I'm doing like art and cooking. Yeah, I'm impressed at just Breaking Bad fans and the content that they put out. I did it. You know what's breaking real bad is my back. Jokes. Alright, let's see. My shot is fading, but I'm not going to worry about fixing that right now because it's not a big deal. Spin doesn't matter that much in this game. Just give me more distance, I think. The game is a little loud? Oh, I can fix that. Chattomate. Inconceivable! Getting a perfect score on this test is virtually unheard of! I haven't even done it! Well, get good. The T-shot control you wield will be a valuable weapon when you're on the course, competing for real. Thank you. Let me turn this down a little bit. Okay, let me just... Better? Better? Just a little bit down. Hang on. Half reading the chat, half distracted. Do I want to do this one too? Why not? How many long putts do you think you could put right next to the cup from the indicated spot? Care to try? Putt 10 balls and put 7 or more near the cup? What do you say? Oh, I can only pick easy. Easy modo, kimoi. I've never even played a Toho. I mean, it's fine, but just, okay, that's a rather steep slope. I'm not crossing over a lot of it, though, but... So close. I actually spent a decent chunk of my weekend playing Crosscode because I've been. You can stop roll. Okay, goodbye. Because I was feeling restless and I need a game where I could go around and hit things. And then I remembered that I had Crosscode sitting around from actually one of the itch bundles for Ukraine, and I'd heard a lot of good things about it, but I knew basically nothing about the story. So I thought, well, what the heck, let's play it, because I think, kind of like Secret of Mana, where you run around and fight in real time, and I've been playing that for the last couple days and really enjoying it. Like, what a satisfying feeling game to play. I like the combat. Like, it's tricky, but not unfairly so. I wound up, beating, thankfully, but getting into a boss fight that was, I think, meant for... Because the quest said you should be level 15, and I was level, I think, like 6 or 7. I was not expecting a boss fight to appear in that spot, though. I beat it. It took a while, and there were some really hasty moments where I had to quickly devour a healing item and hope I didn't get kicked by the boss, but that was satisfying. Like beating something you're grossly underleveled for. You have a video about Metroid Dread paused in another tab and accidentally clicked over to that tab and got stared in the face by an Emmy and got startled. So how difficult is it to counter an Emmy? Oops, did not mean to do that. Because I know you can parry them. Get in there, get in there. The window is so tiny. I've heard it's tiny, but not how tiny. You can get it like 20% of the time. Woof. And I know you've got good reflexes. Ugh. You find it very difficult too? And Dora, did you... I think you did. Did you finish your run of Metroid Dread on Dread mode? Oops. Well, that's just gone. Oh well. It's not a thing you react to. So it's sort of like there's just a really narrow window of opportunity to press the correct button. You did! It's still very impressive. Like just the stress of having to deal with one-hit kills. And you don't know when the window will appear usually. Oh, so it's not consistent. Mercy, it looks like you put enough next to the hole to pass. I thought he called me Marcy for a second. If you have that kind of long putt skill, you shouldn't have to worry about 3-putting many holes. I can do the other ones later. Let me look around here a bit. Didn't seem consistent to you. Oh, that's just gonna make it even tougher. What is this? Says here, beware, the sea is raging today. Protect our beach from bloopers. Eh? Hello? Yeah, I'll practice here. I assume I wanna hit this poor blooper, which has done nothing wrong. Hang on, it is windy. Maybe I should move a little bit. It's just here. I mean, why do I have to protect the beach from it? Oh, okay, you know what? You laughed at me like the duck hunt dog. Or did I hit it? Maybe I hit it and it's just running now. What? Maybe I did miss. Hang on. Hang on, I guess I have to leave. Maybe it'll come back. You won't even try dread mode, you refuse. Well, I've heard the save points are at least fairly generous, so if you die, you're not losing a lot of progress. Because that's what stresses me out, is just the thought of having to redo things. Hang on, maybe I need to read the sign. There we go. That was a Phanto face. Ugh. Have you seen what Phanto looks like in the Japanese version? Well, I guess I should say the original. Don't putt into the ocean. Of Doki Doki Panic. Like, totally different vibe from that thing. Oh, well. Oops. I guess that wasn't a hit. The boss, it's mostly the bosses that concern you. Hard mode, you basically have to do the boss's no hit anyway. You stupid blooper. I want to try one more time. It's bothering me. Did that blooper just dab as it was going down? So obviously it's the precursor to Inkling's dabbing in Splatoon 3. Blooper did it first. You know what my first encounter with the dab was some vine of someone in a parade in a Squidward mascot costume who just abruptly dabs. I don't have enough. There we go. Please hit. Please hit. Did it just phase through? Maybe I did hit it the first time. Oh, and then it moved, so it was like, yeah, you failed to hit me. I'm so confused now. Do I need to beat up the squid or not? The Squidward dab is iconic. Okay, good. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, I guess this was a hit, and now I have to go to the other end of the beach. Went straight through his forehead. I thought about, different spot in a beach, but the fact that he just, dives underneath. I thought he was doing that as a taunt, but let's go over there and see. The first time he really noticed dabbing was when those disco ghosts did it in Luigi's Mansion 3. That game is really cute and charming, but it's like dabs. Come on, you can do better. Okay, there we go. Just getting my practice in for Splat 3. Ugh. Oh, I killed it! And I am absorbing its soul now. Oh, I have to actually pick up its soul. Oh, well, what do you know? It had a custom ticket inside of it. What does that mean when your soul is a custom ticket? No, I don't want to practice here. I want to talk to this person with the anime pigtails. You know that you can adjust the impact point to turn your ball or alter its trajectory, don't you? I do. So, you know that adjusting the impact point prior to your shot will alter the simulation line? I do. Well, you're cool, I guess. If you can hit altered impact point shots, you can steer the ball. Thank you, Golf Hatsune Miku. Okay, let's do the tournament that I think Neil was like, your stats aren't high enough. I'm like, shut up, Neil. You're trying, but you're not at my level. Okay. Enjoy your round, I will. You too! I feel like I should take a running tally of the customers who respond to my enjoy your drink with you too. I mean, we've all done it. Amatoi Sakuraba, never change. I gotta pay attention because the courses here, or rather, yeah, Palms is a little windier than the Marion course. Not by a lot, I don't think, but probably should have backspun. I think I'm gonna roll past the pin. Yeah, there it goes. Goodbye. Okay, this might be okay. Maybe. Get in there. I said get in there. So I assume that SQ is a boss from Metroid Dread, but the first time I read it, I misread it as Ice-Q, the Pokemon, which, if you're not familiar with it, look it up. It's from Sword and Shield. And I was very bemused for a moment. Elbow. Mad Duck, Ya 7. Is that, you say Ya 7 times. Bobo. Okay. Does Metroid Dread have boss subtitles? You know, like in Zelda? Because otherwise I never learned bosses' names. It's gonna roll quite a bit. Here is okay, I think, as long as I backspin. Yeah, Ice Cube! Penguin with the Ice Cube head. I believe it's actually a Shield exclusive, so I never got one. No subtitles, but on the map it shows you the name of the boss when you hover over the room. Well, that's nice. I like to know what to call them when I'm cursing their name. You can learn them through the data logs. That's also very nice. Is it pronounced SK? SQ? Again, and now I have to make sure Zarthwomp is talking about the Metroid boss and not the Pokemon. I'm very curious about this cheese you spoke of, but having not played Dread, I suppose it would be lost on me. You did mean the Pokemon, okay. Just checking. Ah, heck. Not that I could reach the green anyway, but lousy trees. You assume it's SQ, but it's never said out loud. Oh, that rolled further than I thought it was gonna because it's raining. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's not gonna help. Oh, that's really not good. Okay, well, this is, I think, the best I can do. Whoops. I mean, yeah, I top spun, but it's raining. The ball doesn't roll far when it's raining. Well, it's very thoughtful of you. Thank you. My problem is when would I find time to play it? I mean, with Splat 3. Ah, jeez. I don't have a lot of energy to play games because my job is so demanding and soul-crushing. Holy cow, today. So, I mean, I say every day is busy, but it was so busy. And we were down a person, and everybody wants ding-dang cold drinks. And it just, like, the crowds don't stop. Like, for a couple solid hours, we're just slammed. Work is hard. I feel like I'm not paid enough for what I do, and how the company expects us not only to provide exceptional service and speedy service, but also the emotional labor they want us to perform. If you're not going out of your way to connect with customers individually, then we might as well be McDonald's. Like, come on. We're trying our best. We're short-staffed. Please, that's not helpful. It's not helpful. Present. Thank you, Darth. I appreciate that. You know what? I don't know what your wages are, but you're probably not being paid enough either. I feel like, especially in this day and age, that labor is just undervalued. You know, that people don't realize how much work and training go into certain jobs. I'm sure there's still people out there that think, oh, you just press a button, then coffee happens, right? Hello, Claire. Also, Claire, you're not paid enough either, just generally. I think all of our wages are probably a pittance. Whoop. It is sad, isn't it? You know what gets me is, like, I've had, say, instances at the grocery store where I'm trying to do something in the self-checkout, and something isn't working, and a clerk has to come over and help, and that's a good recommended shot. And they have to, like, adjust something, like if something doesn't scan or whatever, and sometimes they have to say, like, oh, sorry, this isn't working right, or sorry, we have to do this, and wow, sorry, it went in the bunker. But you can always, like, you can catch that kind of fear on their face when they say these kinds of things. And I get it, because sometimes when you have to tell someone, like, sorry, we can't do this, or we're out of this thing, or it just doesn't work that way, you're always afraid of how they're going to react. Like, just the stress of, like, even in my job, telling a customer that we're out of something is so stressful, because you don't know how they're going to react to it. And then when I'm like, hey, don't worry about it, you know, like, you can feel, like, the palpable relief.
Nice approach.
Hit the tree, it's a warp spot directly to the hole. Trust me, my uncle works at Nintendo. And people love to blame workers for things out of their control. Like, to the point where it's weird. Like, and not just me, my coworkers too, have been ranted at for things like the company discontinuing certain food items. As if we have any say on that. We've also, weirdly enough, been ranted at because people can't do tips through, like, if they're paying debit or credit. And, like, we've had customers rant at us, like, angrily. I think it's just, like, weird, misplaced anger. People getting mad you don't have the thing they drove 40 minutes for. Like, yeah, you should have called ahead. I remember at another store I worked at some years ago, there was someone who would always come in late in the day and ask for a bagel. And oftentimes we would be sold out because it would be late in the day and they're popular morning items. And they would get so mad that we didn't have any bagels, like just ranting, this is unacceptable, blah, blah, blah. And we had offered to them, like, hey, if you really like these bagels, we can hold one for you. Like, if you come by, 'cause they worked in the area, if you come by at, like, you know, 3 or whatever, every day, we can put one aside for you so we don't sell it. But they're like, no, I don't want that. What do you want? I don't understand. Or another example of bizarre behavior. I didn't deal with them personally, thank goodness, but I was right next to the conversation. And they were complaining, saying that you always, like, as a company, you always steam your milk too hot. It makes the coffee taste burnt, and I don't like it. And the other barista offered to them, oh, well, if you don't like the default temperature, we can absolutely steam it at a lower temperature. No, I don't want it at a lower temperature. So the regular temperature is too hot, but you don't want it at a lower temperature. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, again, a lot of it is probably just misplaced anger from maybe other things going wrong or just not going great in their life. I don't know. These trees are a lot taller. Like, they look stumpy. Okay. I really hope this 7 iron is actually enough to clear the that tree. I'm gonna be very disappointed. I do have a tailwind, so maybe I'll like scoot over to the green. We'll see. I don't want it at a lower temperature because then I can't complain to you about it. I think it's refreshing just talking to people who understand, even if like all of you haven't necessarily worked retail. Wow, what a swoosh! I know if it always tastes bad, why do they keep coming back? If the burn isn't true, then they can't sue. I don't know if you meant that to rhyme, but man, who put the tournament tea here? Awful. No, that's just gonna put me in a bad spot. I guess I'll shoot it here. Hope that I don't go rolling in the river. Stop. Stop. Enoch. Good. On a similar subject, for those of you that have worked in retail or otherwise customer or clients-facing positions, regardless of the level of perceived professionalism, I'm always interested in hearing about your experiences. Like Darth sharing their experiences working in Subway by a, was it a college or a university? Either way, you definitely were not paid enough for the emotional suffering that must have caused. I don't think this is enough juice. Nope. Nope. So close, yet so far. Eh. It was Redacted University. Okay, thank you. Good ol' RU. Why did they put this little moon pool here? Get that out of here. Inconvenient. It was just a college until about 3 or 4 years before you started attending. I know there's actually a university. It's not a university now in the city. It's actually, when I mentioned, I think last stream, that I used to do these little summer programs, like these summer day camps. It was actually at this place. It used to be a college, and now it's a fully accredited university. Oh, jeez. Just go in. Just go in. Just go in. Thank you. You had to work in the back-to-school section this past month, and it made you want to die. Oh no. I can't even begin to imagine, like, just some parents, I think, take their kids' schooling way too seriously. Like, it is important, but in the, like, the soccer parent sense, you know what I mean? Your movie theater job is ages and ages ago, but it left a permanent impact on you as a person. For better, for worse. Were you much of a movie guy before then? I'm not sure. Chip-in is when you get in with an approach shot. So I'm not... Usually I believe it's within, I want to say 60 or 90 yards. I think 60 yards of the pin, the hole. But essentially it's whenever you're not on the green, but you're within that distance and you hit the ball into the cup. I hope I explained that right. I'm on my Tylenol 3 again because my back is totally hecked up. Because of my job, and it's how demanding it is. So if I get less coherent as the night goes on, that's why. For better. Oh, that's good, because, I mean, some of the stories you've shared. What always gets me is hearing about... And actually, one of my coworkers also used to work in a movie theater, and she told me she also experienced this frequently, was parents taking their kids to R-rated movies, or otherwise just letting them go see R-rated movies, and then complaining after, as if it's the employee's fault. How dare you let my child watch that filth? How many wild Karens did you have to deal with? I can't count that high. I feel like I'm a pretty chill, mellow person, as if you couldn't tell by watching me, but just at work, I get really cranky and cynical. Just having to deal with people who act like they're the only person present. Like, my favorite, and I say this in heavy air quotes, is when people somehow miss, like, the crowd of 2 or 3 dozen people all waiting for their beverage. And they're like, I'm in a hurry. When's my coffee gonna be ready? Like, do you not see the big crowd of people all waiting for their beverage? Even worse if they're like, can I just skip the line and get my drink made now? Like, do you want to talk to everyone who's probably also on their way to work? You didn't get any complaints about the R-rated movies. Hang on, I should probably pay a little attention to what I'm doing here. Perhaps. Okay. You didn't get any complaints about the R-rated movies, but you still got so upset when you saw people bring their toddlers to R-rated movies. Ugh. Kids who are too young to even know what they're getting into. Yeah, like, A, you may scar the child if they're old enough to remember but not understand what they're seeing is fictional. And B, I mean, it's a toddler. They're gonna be disruptive. You know, and it's not necessarily the kid's fault. I mean, toddlers will have questions. They'll be chatty. They won't understand proper movie theater etiquette. You once heard a child who couldn't have been older than 5 or 6 ask their parents, "What movie are we seeing?" And you were just, ugh. Yeah, me too. Sympathy, ugh. Those parents who blindly buy their kids M-rated video games and then claim that all video games are too violent. Oh yeah, like letting their kids play Grand Theft Auto or something. Like, do some parenting. Especially when they're little and they may have difficulty sort of separating fact from fiction and understanding that what may be a fun or acceptable behavior in-game is not acceptable in real life, you know? There we go. How else are we gonna get the next Gygus? I think Itoi walked into that theater on accident, though. I don't think that was his parents. I might be getting it wrong, though. But I seem to recall it was accidental. This one lady asked if you had a thing. You responded you looked for a long time for it in the back earlier and apologized that you were out. Then she insisted you look in the back again, and you just flatly and less politely said we do not have it. Oh, that's risky biz, Andorra. Just being, like, not putting your foot down, but being like, no, we don't have it. Everybody thinks the back has all the items in the world. Have any of you seen this comic? I've seen it on Tumblr, and I think about it because I encountered it again just the other day of, like, in, like, a picture, like an actual photo of, like, a grocery store aisle filled with chips. And stick figure drawings of a customer coming up to an employee and being like, hey, where are the chips? Like, oh, we're sold out. Oh, can you look in the back for me? Yeah, sure, just a moment. And then the employee goes home and goes to bed. God, I wish that were me. You wish you knew how brains like that worked. You can't even bring it up when your order is wrong. Oh, I know. I am not good at, like, if I go to somewhere else and my order gets donked up in some way, like, I hate saying anything about it. I don't want to cause problems. But I also can appreciate from my end, I don't mind fixing things for people because I want them to get what they wanted, what they paid for, as long as they're polite about it. You know, I just, as long as, and this goes for anyone, like, if you want to ask for a thing in, like, at a store, in a retail position, whatever, that's okay. You're allowed to do it. Just please be polite. Like, honestly, a little courtesy goes so far. And employees will, you can't count on it, but employees may be more likely to pull some strings for you if you are patient and polite. Swoosh. Second graders, haha, look at the kindergartners having nap time like a bunch of babies. Adults, God, I wish I could have nap time. When you worked at Target, the back was like a 6x6 room that was not organized well. Ooh. Children are either accessories to be worn like purses, or they're to be tossed out on their end to go play outside. Or worse, they're told they have to be tiny 3-foot-tall adults. Feeling that. You know what gets me, which I have encountered a few times at work, is designer baby clothes. I mean, like, not even clothes for, like, you know, a 5-year-old or whatever, which they're still gonna outgrow, but, like, designer clothes for an infant. This fade is really bothering me. I'm gonna fix that a bit. Maybe I'll fix my spin a little, too. Because, yeah, they're gonna outgrow it right away, and they don't understand what they're wearing. It's kind of galling, like, seeing someone with their infant wearing, like, shoes that are worth more than I make in a day. You can barely even be rude in video games. You don't know how people are so mean in real life. Yeah. I'm not good at picking the mean option. One time someone asked where the Legos were and you told her the aisle. Then later they came back and asked where the Legos were, so you took her to the aisle and pointed down to where they were. Then later you see the same lady asking a coworker where the Legos were. Oh. It feels like your brain just leaks out your ears doing that kind of job because, you know, maybe someone's having a bad day. I don't want to make an assumption, but sometimes you find yourself unkindly thinking, how do you tie your shoes in the morning? That was some surprising win in the tourney. Yeah. Beating Sherry for the title is nothing to sneeze at. The Dunes course is tough, but you're the Palms champ. You'll be alright there. Thank you. I guess I should go back and get Neil, and we'll beat up Sherry and her partner. Paper Morri's asleep. Oh, if I turn my head, the tracking might go wonky. Hey, Buzz. Top golfer status, here we come. Kid wants us to rock the golf world, and I'm raring to go. Hey, and becoming champs in every course is great, but the real prize is the Lynx title. Soon, the ultimate Link will be crowned. My money is on Toon Link. I'm not worried about who wins any tourney, except the Lynx. So that's right, I read that already. The baby can't walk, it doesn't need $150 Nikes. Hey, welcome back, Morri. You really swung him today. What you gonna do now? I am taking you out of your enclosure for some enrichment, Neil. Let's go. When you did call center stuff, you always got mad when your company did the opposite. Kind customers got taken advantage of, while aggressive ones got what they wanted. Oh, I hate that when companies reward that kind of behavior. Or if somebody is polite and reasonable, they get butt kissed. But if people scream and complain and yell, then they get the world on a platter. Like, don't encourage that. If you want to take on Grace and me in a doubles match, you first have to beat Joe and his partner. Oh, that's right, we didn't do that yet. I have to beat Joe and, I think, putts. Your job is just constantly answering the same question because people can't read what you literally just sent them. We have 2 bedrooms at X price. But do you have any 2 bedrooms? Oh, been there when you tell them something and they don't absorb it. Yeah, I want to see kind behavior rewarded, not people being ding-dongs. Hang on a sec, Neil. I need to see if I can hit this klepto. When you make a dumb at stores, you at least have the grace to feel abashed and express this for the clerk's benefit. I think, and again, we've all been there. Not enough. Not enough. I need more juice. Ugh. Oh, wait! The juicening! The juicening is happening! Hang on. But yeah, as I said, a little politeness goes a long way, and as someone who's worked in customer service for a long time, you know, I know it's easy to worry about a Cooper. Hey, buddy. It's easy to worry about, like, I did something wrong, I did something foolish. But nah, the only people that stick in our brains are the rude ones, so you're okay.
You saved me! Thank you so much! I can't believe you bonked that unruly bird. You're the best! I'm free! For helping me out, I'm giving you this special drink.
Has it been fermenting in your shell? Like a shuckle? Thank you! Red Bull's all mine, baby. I have never consumed a Red Bull, and I don't think I will.
Keep practicing those skills and do your best in the matches.
I love how he bows. Sir? Sir? Oh. Oh. He's fine. I completely forgot about that card, Carrie. Man, is the Cards Against Humanity website still up? We need to do that again. It's been far too long. Apartments starting at... Oh wait, I forgot to go beat up Joe. Apartments starting at X price. Do you have anything cheaper? What do you think starting at means? Maybe I'm gonna hope that they didn't understand, but... You have never had an energy drink in your life. Don't you drink coffee all the time? Come on. Huh? You want to play doubles against me in putts? That doubles cup wasn't enough? Yes, please. You know I'm down. But how about my main man, Putts? Oh, where is he?
I shall most assuredly play.
No, this guy deserves a wedgie.
So, you two won the doubles cup. Well, we will be observing to see if your play matches ours. No turning back now. Follow me into the breach. We're just gonna, like, pummel each other with our golf clubs. What? Okay, whatever, Putts. Yeah, the main man is really named Putts. Yeah, pretend you're Zizzy. Alright, Neil, don't blow this for us. Alright, Morri, don't blow this for us. Your middle-of-the-road approach when it comes to call centers where you're genuinely so clueless that you frustrate the operator into moving you up to someone more knowledgeable. Oh. Looks like we found Birdley's human Sona. Yeah, I could see Birdley being like, let's go into the breach.
The host of a podcast you listen to worked in a movie theater and have a bunch of weird/horrifying stories. Yeah, I'm also curious as to what sort of bonkers stories you may have, Joe. Sorry, Burgley. Noel and, Burgley. A large bag of leftover popcorn that you just reused. I hope that's not common in movie theaters. I'm glad you always made it fresh. That's a little alarming to contemplate. Didn't work in concessions usually. I can't imagine concessions would be fun to work in. Like, it just smell like movie theater popcorn all day. I mean, yes, I frequently come home smelling of coffee, but I think there's worse things to smell of. Boo. Alright, Neil. Get it in there. You never got tired of the popcorn smell. Oh! I mean, I always kind of figured popcorn is a smell that's delicious if you're about to enjoy some, but if you're not, it just kind of drives you crazy. Like, if somebody in, like, nearby makes popcorn and you can smell it, but you can't eat it. Hello, did you bring a light? It's good to see you. Get in there. Yeah, right into the tree dome. I was really hoping he would hit another tree, but that's fine. I'll accept it. Alright, Neil. Let's do it. I filled my water bottle, right? Yeah, I'm gonna take a drink of water while we watch Neil tear it up. Really, Neil? Really? They knocked the ball into the tree zone, and you don't do better? I'm ashamed. I'm embarrassed to be your partner. Ugh. This line is too fiddly. I think that may be too much juice. Goodbye. Oops. You were often alarmed by the food items people snuck by the ushers, and then didn't have the courtesy to throw it away when the movie was over, so you had to clean up the contraband food items. No, I am not controlling both characters. Neil is doing his own thing. I have zero control over this boy. He does what he wants. On behalf of every movie theater usher ever, please throw away your food and drinks at the end of the movie. It makes the ushers' lives so much easier. It's like putting away your shopping cart. It's just, for me, I can't wrap my head around why someone wouldn't do it. I mean, okay, I'm putting aside if somebody has a disability or small kids or whatever. I just mean, no, I don't want to put it back. I don't want to throw away my garbage. Because I was always really meticulous about throwing away all of my garbage whenever I went to the movie theater. And usually they would have like an usher near the exit with a waste bin. You know, so like, hey, it's right here. You don't have to search for one. One time you cleaned up and I quote, a whole ass pizza box. How did they sneak that by you? That's impressive. Like down the front of their shirt? Oh yeah, no, that's just my friend, Square Torso Dan. Don't mind the grease stains on his shirt, he's very self-conscious about it. And the cheese smell. I've never, this is terrible. I've never snuck food in either because I'm a goody two-shoes. I remember once, it was for like some kid's birthday. We all went to see, I think it was one of the Spider-Man movies, like one of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans. I think maybe the second one. I don't recall exactly, but point is, some people were like, oh, we're gonna sneak in snacks. And I was like, you can't do that. That's against the rules. So I didn't because I was a square. Wow, that was impressively bad. Good job, Putz. You live up to your name. But I'm curious, so from a movie theater usher's perspective, if you catch somebody sneaking in theater or sneaking in a theater into the food, yes. Waiter, there's a theater in my soup. If you catch somebody sneaking food into the theater, do you confront them about it? You've never bought food from a movie concession stand. I don't blame you because it's so expensive. Like, what is this, an airport? It's not gonna roll that far. Let's go here. You haven't, but the friends you went with did. They only got caught because one idiot was shaking a 2-liter over his head in full view. I feel like that sounds familiar, like you've mentioned that before. Way easier in winter when you wear a giant winter coat with like 8 pockets, and in each pocket, a pizza. You only get the feeling of eating something when you're at the theater, so you just end up buying food. I mean, at least some theaters I've been to do offer more varied concessions now, aside from like the usual popcorn, nachos, hot dog of indeterminate age. Weird Al's Eat It intensifies. Can you believe that there are musicians out there that don't want their stuff covered by Weird Al? Like, oh, I don't want Weird Al parodying my song. Come on, that's like a badge of honor, isn't it? I just love the question, by the way, where the hell is Mario out of context? Mario was not invited to this golf game, much like his parties. No, Mario does factor into this, but not for quite a while. If you ever saw them blatantly holding outside food, you would tell them they couldn't bring it in, and usually they were fine about it. You were also pretty lax about it and wouldn't really put up a fight about it. Yeah, I feel like I'd be like, just don't let me see it. Like, just try to hide it.
Nice approach.
So, you know, the theater employees don't get in trouble. Because that's what I would really hate, is if the employees got in trouble. Like, why didn't you catch them? But it's like, you know, I can't blame them with how expensive stuff is. Yeah, a Weird Al parody of your song is like a mark of success. It was Kurt Cobain who said he felt like he finally made it when Weird Al parodied Nirvana's song. This is a very cultured chat, just generally. Your roommate sometimes goes to a coffee shop with outside food and you hate it so much. Well, I think, again, it depends. Like, if you go in with outside food, but you buy a beverage, like, at least from my experience, we don't care. I mean, don't bring, like, a 3-course meal into it. We've had people bring in, like, Subway or McDonald's or whatever, that's fine. But if you're just gonna, like, bring in outside food, at least, you know, buy a coffee or something. I don't think I wanted the top spin. Actually, no, I didn't. Stop. Didn't Paul McCartney also refuse Weird Al on the grounds of vegetarianism? Buh, I need to know more about this. He wouldn't let Weird Al do a parody of Live and Let Die called Chicken Pot Pie because Paul McCartney didn't want to promote eating animals. What's ironic is Weird Al is a vegetarian too.
Terrible.
Just terrible, that's right, Burgley. Epic golf music, it is, isn't it? This soundtrack, much like Toadstool Tour, is composed by Motoi Sakuraba, who's a very prolific composer, who's done things like the Tales of series or Star Ocean, Golden Sun, which this game looks and sounds a lot like, Valkyrie Profile. He's got a really long resume. And in particular, he's very good at doing really exciting boss music. Oh, Dak! Hang on, you've probably also seen, actually I think I still have the link. Let me just link this for Dak. Joanna! Joanna, it's been so long, I've missed you! I hope you've been okay. I know you're trying to keep off the internet, especially places like Twitter, for your own mental health. So, I am very happy that you're taking care of yourself. Although I do miss you. I forgot they were doing a Weird Al biopic with, Daniel Radcliffe, I think? If I'm not getting my actors mixed up. Ooh. Oh. It was only a little to the left. Could have gotten another eagle. You're moving to Ontario. Whoa. like to Toronto or Ottawa or like one of the little towns. And it's very satirical. Yeah, I remember hearing it was supposed to be like a parody, in a sense, of musicians' biopics, which would be very appropriate for a Weird Al biopic.
Nice shot.
Did I not say Daniel Radcliffe? I thought I did. I must have said the wrong name. My brain is not here. Oh, I hope Lane is doing well too. You love the actors who made bank being in these YA sagas, who now get to be in all sorts of movies they want to be in because it doesn't matter if it's successful. Bless. Anyway, Daniel Radcliffe does sound like a cool guy from what I've heard. I also appreciate that he does not stand for any of the nonsense that J.K. Rowling does, which I won't get into here, but oof. Oof. Oh, okay, I didn't get it wrong. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I did. I'm very good at saying the wrong name. I'm sorry, Daniel won that one for his role as a what? The Weird Al biopic alleges that Weird Al and Madonna had an affair, which, needless to say, definitely did not happen in real life. Can I just say I like the phrase terminal oof? That's just a very good turn of phrase. Oh, Neil. Oh, there's a terminal oof for you. Just the whole of his existence. Yeah, I think Equus or something? I don't know anything about it, I just remember people pro-clutching over it. It's like, let him do what he wants. Yeah, it's theater. Theater, to my knowledge, gets weird and is unabashed about it. Dak is referring to Swiss Army Man. Okay, I'm gonna have to go look this up later. What are you drawing, Carrie? Are you drawing more of your, Vampire the Masquerade shenanigans? Who is putting these trees here in, like, the most inconvenient locations possible? Oh. I'm gonna try and go here and maybe stop between the trees? I could try and go here. I might wind up in the rough, though, but we'll be close enough that I don't think it's gonna matter much. Do you want to use the one wood, then? There we go. Yeah. Oh, I forget the name of the zine, but it's the Fate one with the kitties, right? And you're working on that piece with Giorgio? Oh, I trust that you're not exaggerating in his role. I've heard The Lighthouse is weird but good. Robert Pattinson also sounds like a fun dude. Just, I've heard, like, snippets of him from interviews, like, quotes from him and whatnot, and he just says, like, whatever he wants. And I respect that. Yeah, he seems like a fun dude.
Nice approach.
It's good, but weirder than you were expecting, and you were expecting something really weird. Ooh. That's a good way to sell it, because now I gotta know. I'm a big baby, though. Like, how horror is it? Which also reminds me in some way, that it'd be fun to see How's It one of these days, because I've also heard it's a horror movie, but it's weird more than anything. You keep getting The Lighthouse confused with The Walrus. If you recall correctly, the entire reason he wanted to be in Twilight is because he wanted to hook up with Kristen Stewart. Oh, you've seen How's It too? My, like, the biggest knowledge, the most knowledge I have of Hauzu beyond the premise and how it was sort of designed to be like weird and unnerving in the way that a child would view the world. I think, if I'm not getting that wrong, is that years ago on LiveJournal, I remember doing this little art meme where you would draw like a sequential comic, and each panel would be based on a song that someone gave you. And one of these songs I got was from Hauzu. I don't know what it's called, but if I heard it, I would recognize it right away. The director of Hauzu asked his young daughter for ideas of things that scared her, and he incorporated those into the movie. The lighthouse is mostly really uncomfortable, more so than straight horror. Interesting. I mean, as long as it's not secondhand embarrassment, I can't handle secondhand embarrassment in fiction. How come I can't go? I guess because it's an approach shot. I was like, how come I can't go further? I guess that makes sense. But I like that approach that he asked his young daughter for ideas of what scared her. Like, it just reminds me of how effective horror in children's book series can be, like stuff by Roald Dahl or Neil Gaiman stuff for younger readers. You know, like Coraline is a good example. The Lighthouse is a lot of bodily stuff, toilet humor type stuff. I also can't really handle that with secondhand embarrassment. I guess if you're that isolated, you find whatever entertainment you can. Anyway, we did it. Good job, buddy. I'm gonna feed you a whole level. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna feed you two! Neil's eating good today. That's her... Oh, hiccup, that's for me. Okay, let's see. Maybe some more distance. And... You know what, let me fix your, there we go. Alright. Now we can play as, Burgley, by which I mean Putz. Oh, there we go, we can face off Grace and Sherry. Sherry, I think maybe Putz too. Sherry was in Mario Golf on the Game Boy Color, although she had shorter hair in that one.
I can't believe it. We were bested. You two are lords of golf. We've lost the doubles cup. No! No! We're no longer the strongest Marion team. Where?
You two are fierce. Man, you even won at match play. You're definitely Marion Club's best. Marion's not the be-all, end-all, though. There are other tourneys. Don't forget to tackle them. But hey, you guys rock. It's easy to believe that kid trained you. If you keep building your skills, you'll be a team for the ages. You'll be living the dream, baby. There's the Palms, the Dunes, and then the Links. If you win them all, you'll be the ultimate team. Lords of Golf. You find, you consider Coraline to be excellent kid-friendly / entry-level horror. I think what really spoke to me about, like, stuff like Coraline, or, again, I read a lot of Roald Dahl back in the day, is that the kids face off against these horrible evils, and of course none of the adults help them or believe them or are just useless or are the problem, like, say, the Trench Bowl. But then they come out on top. That's what was important to me, is that the kids came out on top. So you feel like, maybe I can stand up to the horrors in my life too. You only saw Coraline last year and was pretty impressed. You can see why some people are scared of it. I guess we should go take on Sherry and Grace. Strap him to a rocket and send him to space. But then I'll check out that miracle hole-in-one.
You know what they say about winning golf? You gotta have the drive.
I can't take credit for that.
You want to take me and my partner on in a doubles match? This might not go well for you.
Sherry, I heard the whole thing. Please don't tell me you're wearing high heels on a golf course. I think she's wearing high heels on a golf course. This is the team that bested Putz and his teammate in doubles match play. We shan't take them lightly. Let's have at them, Sherry. Yes, looks like Sherry is ready to go. Let's go. This way.
Sultans of swing, princes of putt.
The Dukes of Drivers. The Archons of Approach Shot. I'm running out of names here. Emperors of Eagles. I don't even know where I'm going, what I'm going for anymore. The Gurus of Golf. The Feudal Lords of the Fairway. Yeah, this whole thing is about we are reclaiming and unifying the whole of the, not just the Marion Club, but all of these golf clubs around. Like, you've heard of Nobunaga's ambition. Well, get ready for Nobunaga's drive. The last one was so bad that your Wi-Fi self-disconnected. The bogey boss. I don't think anyone wants to be the bogey boss. But sometimes that's all you're qualified for. I'm very curious now about the Red Planet talk. Oh, I was close. Red Planet AMEE. Since I'm golfing, Joe, you need to report on your findings for the class. Do a book report. Oh, this, you were mentioning it. Hang on, I'm gonna look it up while, Oh! Autonomous mapping, exploration, and evasion. Yeah, I definitely see the resemblance, both physically and in the name. It is just an Emmy. You know, it's kind of funny that the, roving death bots, for lack of a better word, have such a cute sounding name in Emmy. It makes me think of Emmy from the Professor Layton games. It moves almost exactly the same way, too. I really hope Neil can get over those trees. I guess sometimes having a high shot isn't bad. You confused Red Planet with Red Dwarf and got very confused. I've only seen a couple episodes of Red Dwarf, but my parents like it a lot. The Emmy Awards, or the Emmy Awards for successfully parrying one. Just don't follow her example, and we'll be okay. Again, for those of you who are just joining us, I have no control over Neil here, so he did that of his own accord. What a stand-up guy. Thanks, Neil. Canonically, the Emmy are used by the Galactic Federation and are not usually meant to be murder bots, but were programmed to attack Samus specifically in Dread's story. Ooh, that's intriguing. Gosh darn it, Neil. How much leeway do I have before tree? Okay. Oh, Neil.
Nice shot.
The only bit of Red Dwarf you've seen is a clip making fun of the enhanced nonsense. I mean, like how on CSI or something, they can be like, enhance and zoom in on some like gritty, grainy security cam footage into like the reflection on someone's retina, and they get a perfect picture of the criminal. That's what happens when Samus doesn't get permission from Adam to use the restroom. I think like we collectively as a society are never gonna let other M go. Nor should we. People must learn from the mistakes of the past. I don't like any of these shots. I'm gonna try and land here. That stuff drives you even more nuts now because there are uprising AIs out there. I couldn't really... I've seen like maybe one episode of like the original CSI, the one I think set in Nevada. My parents like CSI New York, and I've seen a few episodes of that, but I had a soft spot for CSI Miami. I know it's dumb, I know it's stupid, that's the whole point. If it's too serious, along with all the scientific and factual inaccuracies, paired with just the murder and death, like it just bummed me out and irritated me. But CSI Miami, you approach it like it takes place in its own comic book universe, operating on its own rules, and then it's okay. Like, I know it's dumb, it's the whole point. The first episode of CSI Miami I ever saw was some guy got vaporized, is the best word I can come up with, due to a gun. And I say that very loosely because it was essentially a machine designed to fire like a wall of bullets at once, and a guy just got vaporized. And then some other guy got shot just because he had, like, some random guy, just because he happened to be wearing the exact same stupid Hawaiian shirt or whatever that an actual bad guy was wearing. Like, it's so dumb. But that's the point. I've had people try and tell me, but Morri, CSI Miami is dumb. Like, that's the point. Like, you can't approach any show like that thinking that what they're showing is an accurate look at forensics and police work and detective work. Good job, Neil. Which is the show with Ice-T? I don't remember. Oh, Law and Order SVU. I've never seen that one. The NCIS scene where two of them started typing on the same keyboard is evergreen cheese. I've seen that GIF. I didn't know where it was from though. Hang on, I'm just gonna scoot my chair. Okay, there we go. Isn't that kind of what Miami is though? Now, do you mean Miami is in the city or the CSI show, or both? There was another episode of CSI Miami, I remember, where there's a bunch of, you know, like the usual hot young 20-something party-going crowd at like this crowded poolside at a hotel or resort or whatever. And an eclipse happens, and everybody, like, this is crowded, everybody goes and stares at the eclipse. Like, oh, there's an eclipse going on, and everybody stops to look at it, and some guy sitting by the pool gets murdered, and there's no witnesses because everybody is staring at the sun. What is wrong with you people? There's an episode of CSI where this lady is spamming question mark in a cam girl chat, and then the girl explodes into a wireframe? What? I feel like the people who write those shows do not exist in the same reality that we do. Or they are all algorithmically generated, which might explain some things. That also makes me want to go question mark. It might have been the same episode, actually, as the everybody stares at the eclipse, and so they miss a murder happening right under their nose. Because I think the B plot involved a murder occurring, and I forget if it was the victim or like a witness, but it was this girl who was a total shut-in her apartment and just spent all day on the computer. And it's like big, spacious, roomy Florida apartment that no way like a shut-in with no job could afford. And all she did was sit at her computer and eat like takeout food. But of course she was like thin and conventionally pretty and had perfect skin. Like, you can't go into that taking it seriously. So that's why I wasn't as upset by the murder and death like I would be in other shows, because it's easier for my...
Okay. It's easier for my brain to decide that it's not real, just like Sherry getting a hole-in-one.
Yeah, Neil, it's all your fault. I think she might have been the murder victim in that case, so I don't think the number would be connected anymore. That is the first time I have lost a hole, yes. Through something completely beyond my control. Oh, Neil. What is with the curve there?
Of course we missed it. We're not supposed to look directly at the murder. Oh, wait, no, that's the eclipse itself. My bad.
I can't think of any more, like, really audacious moments off the top of my head, but there are definitely a lot. Sometimes you play the game, and sometimes the game plays you. You know what that felt like? It felt like playing, like, a Shin Megami Tensei game, and getting ambushed by the enemy, and then having, like, your protagonist killed or your party wiped before you even get a turn. Because that can happen. Like the game just decides, nah. You're just gonna die and you can't do anything about it. Enemy gets first strike. Oh, enemy gets critical hits on your protagonist. Enemy team gangs up on your protagonist and they're dead. Game over. I was very lucky that did not happen while I was playing Mega 10-5, but it got really close a couple times. That's why I save all the time. Oh, you know, I should have taken the wind into account. Sorry, Neil, my bad. You have to say you think someone getting away with murder because everyone is looking at an eclipse is kind of clever. I think the worst part, too, is that I don't think it was like a spontaneous crime. It was premeditated. So the person committing it actively planned on dozens of, like, pool goers all deciding to forego common sense and stare directly at the sun during a solar eclipse. So they could get away with murder without any witnesses. Neil, is that out of bounds? Neil. Okay. Have a good one. Thank you for joining us. Yes, please bring more movie theater job stories. That kind of stuff is a riot. Kaizo Ace Attorney investigations. Edgeworth has to solve a case in Miami while contending with the whirlwind of insanity that is Florida. Edgeworth has to defend Florida man himself in court. I really like the thought of, like, a Kaizo Ace Attorney game. Or, like, I think a Kaizo Ace Attorney game would be you get your client off scot-free, but then they get, like, shanked in the parking lot or something. Because someone didn't believe in their innocence. Or maybe they just fell down the stairs of the courthouse. I don't know. Ooh. That one medal they have is driving me nuts. A spot on my record. Okay, taking the wind into account now.
Nice shot.
Edgeworth goes to Florida and it looks like Okinawa. That would actually be hilarious. Have you seen that awkward zombie comic with, like, eat your burgers, Apollo? An Ace Attorney game where Kristoff is the playable character. I wish we got more of Kristoff, honestly. He was weird and creepy and interesting. I've said before, but I don't like Clavier Gavin. He's like wet toast. I don't like his design. He's bland. I know, throw your tomats at me if you must. Kristoff is by far the better brother. There, you said it. Correct.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah, it was bad. What's these ladies in their weird, like knobby knee posture? Note to self, like, increase Neil's impact / control stat. Although I don't think it's gonna help him much. I mean, it was also a little wonky, but at least she's on the fairway. Par 4, and I can't... maybe. I was gonna say I can't quite make it to the green, but maybe.
Nice shot.
Maybe Super Topspin was too much. Oh, there it goes. Well, I mean, you don't have to like Kristoff. It's like how I've seen, well, not like seen, but passed by, because I don't want to interact with it. But so much discourse about how if you enjoy a character, then obviously it means you condone their actions. Like, do I condone Kristoff's actions? Absolutely not. But is he an interesting character? Yes. That's the biggest crime in fiction, is not being a quote-unquote bad person. It is being boring.
Chip it. Nice ball.
That works, I guess. Get in there. You pass through some of the same circles of Twitter / Tumblr. Well, I just ignore that stuff and try to aggressively curate my experience. Have you ever seen, it was, I think a screenshot of like someone's, either it was like a Twitter DM or just a reply to someone's tweet, but it was someone saying, in the context of Animal Crossing, like, I see you have Raymond. Raymond is my comfort character, and the way you are treating him gives me anxiety. I expect you to have Raymond in boxes in order to give him to someone who will take care of him right. Like, just some rando coming up to a person and being like, I don't like how you use what you do with fictional Kitty on your Animal Crossing island. Like, the audacity. Regardless of opinion, you think it's safe to say everyone dislikes Nayuta Sadmari. Correct. I've shared my personal hierarchy of prosecutors before, I'm pretty sure. But number 1 is Edgeworth, and then very closely behind is Black Quill. Yeah, a lot of those takes, I think, are being made by people who are on the younger side of things. So, like, you know, you're still forming your opinions and ideology and whatnot. It just rankles me because not only do those tend to be the most outspoken parts of fandom, but now we live in an era where it's very easy to dogpile a person if you don't like them. Like, even fabricating evidence and whatnot. Like, making call-out posts. And, you know, no one's gonna check if it's factual or not. People are just gonna be like, oh my god, I didn't know, I better spread this like wildfire and tell everyone to unfollow them. Nobody likes the lawyer of the cloth. Why is that? I didn't find Nayuta very interesting personally, and his pompous attitude, I think, was a little tiring. I mean, Edgeworth is also pompous, but you learn more about him and he kind of mellows out after a while. I mean, I definitely, when I first played the first Ace Attorney, Edgeworth drove me up the wall until I played further in the game and he got character development. I'm like, oh, I actually like Edgeworth quite a bit. He's just like a very serious, sad, awkward man. But I don't know, for me, Prosecutor Sadmani doesn't have those points that make him interesting or endearing. Oh yeah, and in the second, third, and fourth case, Nayuta constantly tells anyone who disagrees with him that they're going to burn in hell. Not in so many words, but essentially. He's very rude, I think is part of it. Like, he fails to show respect to Apollo, but then I think that goes for a lot of prosecutors in the Ace Attorney franchise. Boy, I thought I hit a button by accident, but I'm like, oh, it's just Neil. Oh, Neil. Neil. Now we're gonna tie Neil. Are you proud of yourself? I need something unflattering to call Neil. Like a bastardization of his name. Like me calling Larry Koopa Lawrence. You can two-player in this game. And in fact, because of the nature of it, you don't even need a link cable. You can use one, but you can actually just trade back and forth by physically passing the Game Boy Advance between you. You thought Edgeworth was like 46 for so long. I mean, for like an anime man. You know what? No, even... I was gonna say for an anime man, he's on the old side. And you know, even for like the ridiculous ages of all the prosecutors in the game, he's on the old side. Like, from a realistic perspective, Edgeworth is young for a prosecutor, but in Ace Attorney terms, when like you have Franziska and Athena and Clavier all passing the bar at like 12, Edgeworth is old man. His name by default is Neil. You can actually change it, but it's in... You can only do it in the post-game, so once you've won all the tournaments, he lets you call him something else. You want to know something really embarrassing? When I first played this, and he's like, oh, you can change my name, and I'm like, well, now I gotta change his name to something. I named him Kuro after my Pikachu plush doll. I don't know why. To play devil's advocate for a moment, Godot is rude, but people like him. What are Godot's redeeming qualities, then? Don says he's attractive. Maybe it's his theme song. He does have a pretty cool theme song, and I think he at least has a more interesting character arc. I don't really like how he's kind of condescending towards Mia, but he definitely does some interesting things. Nigel, I think, kind of fits. And I'd feel like, good job, Nigel. I'd have to do it in an obnoxious British accent. Being raised by perfectionist Dracula ages you by a good 20 years. I think what really got me about Edgeworth being raised by Von Karma is his... You realize where he got his fashion sense from, and, you know, in the current time that the game takes place, he's toned it down from when his outfit was a more exacting copy of Von Karma's. It's gaudy. Yes! She pulled a nail. Okay, 30 feet though. Get in there. Oh, no. 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 That was all me. You know what? They did miss an opportunity to mention Godot with Game 5, but I think it's also implied in the games that the death penalty is something that exists, so they might have just put him to death. I don't know what the process is in the Ace Attorney system, or series, but I'm reasonably certain that the death penalty is a thing. I should be kinder about roasting Neil for golfing poorly, because that wasn't a great shot on my part either. I think I might be behind some trees. That's true, people sympathizing with Godot as well, after the stuff he's been through. Come on, Neil. I'm gonna take a drink of water while he thinks about it. Oh, that's better. I needed that. My throat is very dry. On the weekend here, aside from being stinking hot, the weather was also listed as smoke because of forest fires. And indeed, I went outside on Sunday morning to run a quick errand, and the sky was just gray with the sun, this bright red dot. I would stream Ace Attorney. I don't know if it would be interesting. It would be a lot of talking. Come on. There you go. It's definitely not even the first time I've seen the weather be smoke. Just because this place is so dry. I remember once, like a couple years ago, there were a lot of problems with forest fires, and it was a really dry year. And I saw someone just throw a cigarette out of their car onto the grass, and I'm just, that's how fires start. What are you doing? I wanted to run out of the vehicle I was in, pick it up, and throw it back into their car, but of course I wouldn't do it. There's just this little part of me that was thinking it. At some point I should adjust my shot heights. Just so I'm not stuck behind trees, but for now I think it's okay. Yeah, give me more power, more juice. What about you, buddy? What about you? Oh, your control's good. Your spin's good. I guess I can just give you some more distance. There we go.
New character unlocked. New challenge unlocked.
Azalea and Tiny. Azalea reminds me a lot of Princess Daisy. Well, alas, the victory is yours. You trounced us fair and square. Do you dare take us on in the club championship now? I warn you, I shall do anything to protect it.
We lost the match play contest. I don't get it. I was sure we'd win. You'll definitely enter the Palms Doubles Cup now, won't you? I heard that you two are kid students. Looks like he's done a fine job molding two future stars. You know, Grace really said it all a moment ago. Your team's power is really amazing. Just don't expect us to go easy on you in the Palms Doubles Cup.
I should do that while I have Neil with me, but I want to do a sub game. And it is getting a little late. Can I do a sub game while he's following me? Let's see, is anything else unlocked yet? Oh, there's the dunes. Says here, tired of traditional golf? Try a new twist in an old game here. Why don't I go to the club slots? Lucky Country. Can I break this? It's an old trashy looking motor. It's working as hard as it can on full power.
See, before taking a shot here, you gotta spin the slots. It makes you play some peculiar shots.
What's funky about club slots is that you can't pick your clubs. If you're unlucky, it'll be a long day. New twist, you have to get the highest score.
You've got to play the course using only the clubs picked by the slots. Can you handle it? Yeah, that's the answer of a fearless golfer. Finish the 3 holes at par or better. This way.
Am I doing this with Neil? Okay. I was worried I would have to, like, put Neil back in his box in the clubhouse. Alright. Okay, so if you line up 3 stars, you get your entire bag of clubs at your disposal. However, if you say only line up... Oh, it stops automatically. If you only line up 2 stars, say, then you only get 1 club. So if you don't match all 3, then that star is a wasted space. At least I think so. And of course, you always get a putter. That's just part and parcel of club slots because, I mean, you don't want to try and sink the putt with a 9-iron. That would be silly. Okay, this might roll a little far, but let's see. There is something Mario related, I know, right? The pipe. That would be interesting if Godot got to pull a Black Quill. But I think Black Quill getting to prosecute was... what is the word I want here? Just really extenuating circumstances. Do different clubs in real life really cause the ball to go further or less far? Let me just mash this. Well, I mean, I'm not a professional golfer, so grain of salt, but I believe it's like the club's heft and material as well as the shape of it that helps, say, the woods hit balls farther versus irons. You'd actually have to look up a photo of a club head versus, you know, these little graphics in the bottom left corner of the screen here, because I don't think they're very indicative. Generally, the way the faces on a wood is slanted will send your ball lower but farther, where the weaker clubs, due to their faces, will send your ball not quite as far but higher up in the air, which makes clubs like the pitching wedge and sand wedge and approach wedge good for close range shots or getting out of bunkers or heavy rough. So this P is a pitching wedge, and SW is a sand wedge, and AW is an approach wedge. Your dad does a 1-club only tournament with his buddies. We go through great lengths to keep the course owners from finding out. Your dad made his own clubs, wow. Sorry if I'm stalling, I just like, where's Neil? Oh yeah, it's me!
I'm golfing.
Oh, Morri. You don't think Godot would live long in prison, actually. He's got nothing left to live for after 3-5. You know, that's also true. Like, it kind of gave me the impression that he was sort of welcoming the inevitable death penalty. He did what he had to do. That's a good concept, Godot and Black Quill being pals. Like, I like Black Quill for many reasons, but one is that, like, he puts on this really aggressive persona of, like, yes, I'm so bad, I've done so many murders, etc. But he's just kind of a goofy man. Like, bird weeb. Like, the way he talks and dresses, if he wasn't so big and intimidating, I don't think he'd ever get away with it. Okay, I almost feel like Power Shot is too much. We'll just do it. What the heck? Wait. Well, that's fine, because I'm just trying to get Pa. Ugh. There we go. Only 80. Well, I guess it was like the first course. Okay. fix my spin here. And I should tidy up my control a little.
Easy peasy.
You posted par or better in the club slots. You're the real deal. Do you want to continue on and challenge club slots course too? Come back anytime if you change your mind. I'm so lonely. I also do have this ticket. Let's see. Super low fly, backspin, super straight, super sweet. I don't know if I really want any of these compared to my powerful shots. 'Cause I don't think you can change your clubs while you were playing, which I think would be more beneficial. You know, finding yourself in a situation like where you need a big sweet spot if you're in the rough or something, or if your shot is fading so much but you need to go straight through some obstacles. Yeah, you know what I mean. Let's get the backspin clubs. Oh yeah, if you haven't seen this game, there's a whole blacksmith on, not the campus, but anyway, a guy just makes his own golf clubs. Nah, I'm good. Imagine Apollo doing a case, and then Godot comes on the stand to give the usual gumshoe / Emma case opener spiel. That would be pretty good. Is the Elf short course open? No, it's not. Heck with it. Let's do the doubles tournament and then call it a night. Country Club's blacksmith. As if we weren't bougie enough. Simon may act tough, but at the end of the day, he's just an overprotective tsundere big brother figure. I feel like I can't call him Simon. I am not on a first name basis with Simon Blackquill. It's like I always call him Edgeworth and not Miles. But Phoenix is Phoenix. And Apollo is Polly. Godot probably wouldn't bother sassing Apollo on the grounds of it being low-hanging fruit. I mean, he's gotta do it just because Apollo is the kind of person you have to sass. Like me. I've had a coworker say that it's just, I'm fun to mess with. In a nice way. Every time you hear that part in the overworld music, you keep thinking it's pomp and circumstance. It's not just you. It's like a really slight slope. Whatever. Wow. Not even Edgeworth is on a first name basis with Edgeworth. You are correct. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I just want to check out the names. I still want to know where they sourced all these names from. Yeah, calling Edgeworth Miles just sounds off. And yeah, Godot can't turn the sassometer down to less than a 6. I don't think it's -4 in the first hole. Usually the other golfers are further in the tournament. Let me just bring up the scorecard. Yeah, so they're actually on the 5th hole. So they're not actually that far ahead. They are not somehow bending the rules of space-time to sink the ball before they even tee off to get -4 in a par 4 hole. I don't really like this. But let's just do it. Let's just do it. Oh, that may not go far enough. It is funny to think, though, that, like, they're just cheating that brazenly. They just write -4 on their scorecard and nobody calls them on it. Like, yeah, that seems right. Good job, buddy. Usually, and not always, but usually, if they start doing really well, they always tank after a bit. Yes, I know it seems weird to use a power shot with backspin, but I don't want to roll too far and then get stuck behind some trees. They somehow got a hole-in-one on a par 5. Neil, what are you doing? Well, considering the first hole was par 4, that would be very impressive. Neil, what are you doing? Neil, I'm not behind a tree. Oh, what am I gonna do with you? Oh. You colossal dingus. I think Edgeworth's dad is the only one allowed to refer to Edgeworth by his first name. I'm gonna take a drink of water, one sec. And Franziska, but she does it with such scorn that I feel like it almost doesn't feel like she's calling him Miles. I don't know how we got on the subject of Ace Attorney, but I'm enjoying it. No great Ace Attorney spoilers, thank you. Haven't finished them yet. Maybe I should do that while I'm between games before Splat. Have any of you played Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright? I really like that one. And also, I like Sam Riegel. I like his voice acting, gosh darn it. But I don't remember the name of the guy who voiced Phoenix in Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. Because it wasn't Sam Riegel who has done Phoenix's voice in the newer Ace Attorney games, but that guy, whatever his name was, that is like 100% the voice I always imagined Phoenix having. Like, it's much goobier. Something in CSI. Oh, saved it. Something in CSI sounded like it could be an Ace Attorney. That was it. Neil, I am so sorry, but I didn't go in the water, so I still get to make fun of you. If I had gone in the water, I would have revoked my right utterly. Good job, buddy. Hey, you're on the fairway! You had to scroll up chat to see because you couldn't remember. Well, better than me. Chat is kind of like how my brain works, how it just darts from one subject to another, but it's fascinating. And one of the reasons I enjoy the chat I have in my streams so much. You folks always make it interesting for me. Not great, but it's on the fringe. I'll accept it. How many times has that been now? It's like a Morri golf tradition. Like, how many times did I do that in Toadstool Tour? Alright, Neil gets first shot. Oh no. Oh, Neil, what are you doing? I'm going crazy. Okay. Maybe if I... No. Oh, I'm losing my mind. Okay, well... Nothing is good. Nothing is appealing. I don't know if Neil's shot is high enough to get over those trees, but I hope so. Oh. What are you doing? Oh. Okay, well, you're by the green. You didn't hit a tree. I'll take it. We can work with this. Oh, I should have backspun. That was too much juice. Whoops. Is there a common sense stat you can put points into for Neil? Unfortunately, no. The boy's a lost cause, but so am I. It's fine. I suppose he plays more realistically. So I gotta, you know, credit where credit's due. I still feel like this is not gonna be enough spin. Let's see. Oh, no, we're good. We're good. We're good. I'll wait. Attaboy. It's raining a lot. I wish it would rain here. A few days ago, the forecast said rain for today, but that didn't happen. AI should have been one of the level up options. I wish. I've heard that if you, like, the player is doing poorly, or like just if you get into trouble, the AI does a fairly good job of getting you out of it. So if I accidentally hit it behind some trees or something, Neil will do okay getting out of it. But of course that also works in the inverse, is that sometimes it feels like he's sabotaging you a little bit. Do some Waluigi swim through the air shenanigans, which is from Mario Tennis on the GameCube, if you were not familiar. See what I mean about them all tanking? Ooh, Buzz and Helen, oof. That was the era before they decided Waluigi would carry a rose with him all over the place. I feel like they just didn't know what to do with him at the time. It poured there the other night. Oh, I bet it was wonderful to listen to. I love the sound of rain. I love the smell of rain. But we don't really get that. Let me have a look at the weather while Neil sorts himself out. Let's see. Do we have rain in the forecast anywhere? Ooh, now it says it might rain on Thursday, 40% chance. I don't think that's gonna last, but you never know. Neil's intentionally throwing these matches as part of some underground betting ring. He's not doing a very good job of it. We're still winning. Has he considered hitting the ball backwards? How do you solve a problem like Waluigi? I think that's something you should ask Waluigi's therapist.
Doctor, how do we solve a problem like Waluigi?
I'm a little sorry. Mostly. Oh, it's so much juice. I think this is okay. How would Neil even get involved with the betting ring? He never leaves his enclosure. Well, unless I take him out of it. But I guess if I'm playing solo, who knows what he does? Therapist voice. That's a problem Waluigi needs to look within and solve himself.
Wah.
Waluigi is the Bing to Luigi's Google. Wait, if Luigi's Google, then what's Mario? Maybe, okay, Mario is Firefox, alright? Maybe Wario is like Google Chrome. Luigi... Is Luigi Microsoft Edge? Or is that Waluigi? What do you think? Oh, Mario is DuckDuckGo. Oh my god, Mario's Yahoo. Of course he is. Ah! Why did I think of that? Of course he's Yahoo. Case closed. Problem solved. Genius. I can't believe I even have to think about that. Should have been obvious from the get-go. Somebody has to be... Okay, no, this is still search engines. I was gonna say, somebody still has to be Microsoft Edge. Okay, maybe... Luigi is Microsoft Edge and Waluigi is Internet Explorer. And Jumpman is Netscape Navigator. Stanley the Bugman is AOL. That makes more sense, I think, than assigning Jumpman to be like a separate entity from Mario. Maybe Mario from one of those, like, bootleg games like Somari or something. Edge is an upgraded version of Internet Explorer, but they're both terrible. Maybe Edge has redeemed itself somehow. I don't know, but I don't trust Microsoft. And I don't like how, you know, whenever I've had to install Firefox, and it's always begging me, oh, you sure you don't want to use Microsoft Edge? Please use Microsoft Edge. You really should use Microsoft Edge. It's better, we promise. Donkey Kong 3 is the worst. I figured that's why Stanley the Bugman was AOL. Ow, the Edge is just Internet Explorer 14. You never used either and don't plan to start. And now we've also definitively determined that Shadow the Hedgehog also uses Microsoft Edge. I don't think I needed to backspin there. Oh, you know what? That's okay. I've heard Chrome is not very good, like especially with regards to privacy and whatnot. Google has really fallen far in more recent memory. Hang on, I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna hope I mean, Neil should have enough juice to reach the pin. I just don't want him to get stuck behind one of those trees. Yeah, I use Firefox myself. You know what I really like is, I have an app called, let me make sure I get the name right, Firefox Focus. So it's a version of Firefox with like built-in ad blockers and whatnot, because I've tried to get ad blockers to work on Firefox, the mobile version, but I, for some reason, have never had success. But Firefox Focus also has built-in ad blockers and is designed not to track cookies or anything. So what I use it for is, if I want to put music on the Bluetooth speakers at work, I don't have Spotify, so I'll find like a YouTube video and play that instead of music, but using Firefox Focus, there's no ads. You've heard Chrome's also pretty bloaty, but you've heard Edge recently reached it in bloat. You ever see like a picture of someone's old Internet Explorer and they've just got so many, what do you call them? Not add-ons exactly, but like toolbars. There we go. I was gonna say widgets, but that's not correct. But just like so many that's like I can smell the malware from here. I don't know why I forgot the word toolbar. Google Chrome is a backup for when Firefox doesn't work. For when Lucina just can't make it. New sorting meme, what internet browser is your character? And I guess also what search engine. Okay, this is harder to gauge when it's raining. Hang on, I think, let me just, I think this will be enough, maybe. Oh, that's definitely too much. Yep, heck. I went overboard, but my experience playing Mario Golf is that you need approximately 33% more power when it's raining. Lucina is Google Chrome, but in private browsing mode. There's an old picture where the entire window is toolbars and Bonzi Buddy is also in the corner. Ooh. I know some of you are familiar with it. Oh, hey, Rainbow! Oh, it's just in time to see me hit it in the bunker. Hello! I can't wave, but I'm wobbling my head. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I don't know. I know some of you are at least familiar with it or have played it, but when I think about Bonzi Buddy now, I think about Hypnospace Outlaw, which has a very good parody of Bonzi Buddy in there. kind of like those pictures of a game with a million HUD items, like Final Fantasy XIV. And don't get me wrong, I have enjoyed what I've played of Final Fantasy XIV, but that HUD is a mess. I've seen worse though. Like, I've definitely seen a picture of somebody's, like, World of Warcraft HUD, and it's just, it's inscrutable. Bonzi Buddy peeks out from the side of the massive toolbars. Ugh. I remember back in the day seeing Bonzi Buddy, like, advertised everywhere in shady websites. Actually, not even shady websites, just everywhere. Because, I don't know, maybe people weren't familiar with malware. I never downloaded Bonzi Buddy. I think I remember having, like, a couple different, like, non-commercial desktop not helpers, but, like, has anybody ever encountered, like, little mascot characters people would program to, like, sit on the top of your windows or something? I'm gonna take some control. Oh, a game with HUDs from tons of games to be as unwieldy as possible. Okay, you need some more juice, I think. Actually, let me fix your draw here. Shimeji, was it one of those types? You had a Napstablook at one point? I don't think Clippy counts. Clippy was not designed to, like, just sit on the top of your windows and, like, wave or walk around. Clippy was designed to get in your way.
New course unlocked.
Oh. We did! Good job, us. Did I do the doubles cut? Yeah, I did do the doubles cut for the Marion course. That doubles cup win of yours, just terrific! Beating Sherry's team to win the championship is no joke. The Dunes course is difficult, but you're the champs of the Palms. You play well there, I'm sure. You know what? I want to do one more round of club slots before calling it an evening. But also, for those of you wondering, is there Mario in this game? There he is. Mario is real, and he is my friend. I say that, but he never returns my calls. Where is the room that we started off in, the little Mario shrine? Yeah, here we go. It's him, Mario, who still kind of looks like he has one eye bigger than the other. Or maybe 3 eyes if you squint. M is real 2041. Clippy is secretly Beelzebub. Secretly? Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go do the Mario. Take one step. And then again, Mario exists as an NPC in a Mario game. Thank you for your lecture, your dance on how to walk Mario. So far, you've cleared course 1. Do you want to challenge Club Slots course 2? I do. I wish I could do like an imitation of Mario from the cartoon. Hey Luigi, but I can't. I don't think I can. Hey Mario! No, I can't really do either of them. The Symphony of the Night version of Beelzebub with Clippy. Somebody could make this mud. I had Bloody Tears stuck in my head earlier today, and I don't know why. It's a good song, I guess. Oh, they weren't bad? Well, thank you! You knew immediately what versions of both characters I was doing, and you don't even know the cartoons that well. Oh, well, thank you. I feel so lonely playing this without Neil now. I don't even know what to say in Mario Luigi's voice. I don't remember any, like, iconic, lines from the show. Hey, Mario! I can't golf with a star!
Come on, Luigi. Let's put your back into it.
No, that is not even remotely Mario. I don't know what that was. That's Mama Luigi to you, Mario! You know what? I can't remember the way he delivers those lines. I've seen the cartoon itself, like the Super Mario World cartoon in that episode. Oh, thank you. Alright, I've only got 2 clubs. I just gotta make do. Well, I just got a pa, so it's fine. I don't know if I've seen any YouTube poops, which I know sounds unbelievable. I just always felt like, okay, no, I've seen like bits of some of them, but I feel like I've just avoided them because I think these are just going to annoy me, aren't they? You only know the cartoon from a viewfinder you had as a kid in YouTube poops. I guess that's true. Not everyone has seen. There was the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, and there was the Adventures of Super Mario Brothers 3, and then there was Super Mario World. I've seen them all, and it always kind of rankled me how like inaccurate to the games they were because I was that kind of child. What do you mean? What do you mean? Was Morri? You are like that still. Your favorite King Koopa line, however, is,
"We're gonna celebrate my victory over those faucet freaks by letting me win a baseball game."
I can't 100% remember. Like, I remember vaguely what Bowser's voice sounded like, but it's been so long. Followed by him flipping a flaming burger straight through a Koopa Minion's paper plate onto the ground. That was such... like, those are all weird shows. Yes, it did bother me that Bowser was green. I think those are good for now. I think I can leave my low height is okay for now. I know lower will actually benefit me whenever I do the L short course, which is obnoxious. I sure did. I probably shouldn't though. I should take Neil back to his enclosure and call it a night. Because I've got 2 8.5-hour closing shifts, one tomorrow and the next day. Woohoo! Gonna bust up my back real good before I play Splatoon 3. But thank you very much for joining me for some chill golf. I will resume this on Tuesday, but Friday, well, Friday is Splatoon 3 day, so. We really swung him today, Neil. We really swung him. No, I've just seen the CDI Zelda cutscenes as is. Of course, nothing will ever top. Good. Thank you. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. Sleep well, take care, stay cool if it is really hot where you are. And I will catch you on Friday for some squids, and then next Tuesday, more golf. So, see you then. I was going to say stay tuned, but you'll be sitting here for a few days, so maybe don't do that. But I'll see you later. Bye-bye.